Hey, sports fans, welcome to this week's edition of Tahoe Sportsline. We're joined again this week with Coach McLaughlin.
It's good to be here. You know, we both picked California Chrome to win the Derby, but you picked Danza as well to finish, and that gives you a leg up.
Hey, you know what? My inside track is Dan Slater. He gets all the credit. He's picked the winner 3 out of the last 4 years.
Insider. But speaking of winning, we got a Facebook winner.
We certainly do. Anna Halleman, you won $25 gift certificate to Sierra Pizza. It's a free contest. Anybody can do it, and we actually, give prizes to first and second place. Log on to our website, go to our Facebook page, or go to the fax number right on the screen.
And now we got some local kids we need to talk about that are making some news.
We do. Sean Miller from Charter Cable, he's been talking about his son here for years. Well, finally, Dad's got some bragging rights. Kyle and his teammate, Steven Steed, are going to be playing football at the University of Pacific up in Oregon, Division III football.
Absolutely. And not only that, Kayla Griffiths from South Tahoe is going to be playing softball at Butte College, while Mackenzie Rudner has accepted a full-ride scholarship to play volleyball at Eckerd College in Florida.
Really speaks to the athletes here in the Tahoe Basin and the coaches.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now, let's talk about some NBA stuff. First thing we're going to talk about is Clippers and the Thunder. This is really going to be a fun series. And I know the Clippers won the first game easily, but it's not who wins the first game, it's who wins the last game. Mm-hmm. The Thunder are very talented, and I think that eventually that talent's going to rise to the top. And the fact is, Chris Paul struggles against quick guards and athletic guards. And the Thunder have one of the best in Russell Westbrook. It'll go 7, Thunder in 7.
Hold on a minute. Did you see Chris Paul in Game 1? Lit it up. I think emotional favorite. Everybody wants to see the Clippers win this one. Plus, they have one of the most balanced offensive teams in the NBA right now. When they're on, they're on.
I agree with that. And the next game is the Portland Trailblazers and the San Antonio Spurs. And I'm taking the Spurs because they have a very deep, experienced lineup. Again, it's who wins Game 7. And when you got Tim Duncan and you got Tony Parker, they know how to make the decisions. And don't forget Manu Ginobili. I think the Spurs are just too experienced.
Now, hold on a minute. Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge, when they're on their pick and roll, that duo is unstoppable. Plus, who doesn't like rooting for the underdog? And they just did, first-round upsets. I'll take the the Trailblazers in this one.
All right, speaking of upsets, the Washington Wizards are going to be playing against the Indiana Pacers. And I think the Pacers feature a championship roster, and they got the monkey off their back by winning that series. I think they're going to be able to turn it around, and they have one of the best defensive teams in the game. I like Indiana.
Again, speaking of the underdog, I'm going to root for the underdog on this one. First round, upset of the Chicago Bulls. I'm on the Wizards bandwagon on this one, and I'd like to see them do it. And the Pacers really just haven't played well down the stretch.
All right, speaking of upsets, no bigger one than this one. Nets over the Heat. What, am I nuts? No, because remember, the Nets have already swept the Heat this year, and they are actually built to beat Miami with Paul Pierce, who's had a good history playing against LeBron James, and veteran superstar Kevin Garnett, who appears re-energized. This is the upset you want to watch. The Nets are better than you think they are. I think they might pull this one out.
Are you for real? I mean, come on. The Celtic engine, it's old. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, they're as old as I am. And 29, of course. Really, I'd love to see Brooklyn win this one, but the Miami Heat, they're the champions for a reason. They've got the 3 best players in the NBA, and they have this other three-point shooter, Ray Allen. He's pretty good, too. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition. We'll see you next week.